India's #1 podcast built for international audiences. This is the highlights channel of the Ranveer show. It's TRS Clips. Enjoy the video, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. We gotta talk about little bit about Kalima or generally Mata energy. You used the word divine feminine, I think you said. Sacred feminine. In your studies of Tantra, why is there a relation to divine feminine? And why is there even a cultural relation?
Because it is believed in the dharmic way that the most powerful energy source is Shakti, is the divine feminine.
Why not Shiva?
It is believed that it is Lord Shiva and the mother goddess together who give us the... because one of the beliefs is that Lord Shiva without the feminine principle does not have that life force. So, but the feminine principle also needs Lord Shiva as well. Otherwise, it doesn't have direction and control. So they need that. That's the balance that I was speaking about. But you'll find in many of our stories that that there are asuras who are beyond the Tridev, beyond the three gods, and then the mother goddess has to come. Like we're shooting this in Vijayadashmi, and among the stories that are linked to the Dasera is one is of course that Lord Ram killed Raavan on this day, but the other is of course that the goddess killed Mahishasur, on this day, because he was an asur who was beyond the Tridev, and therefore the mother goddess had to come to kill him. So the belief is that the greatest force is with the divine feminine. But we all know the story that what happened with Kalima. Once she had killed Raktabij, she lost control. She started killing even non-asuras. And then Lord Shiva had to kind of calm her down. You know the story, right? He lay down, she stepped on him, and then she immediately kind of realized and then stepped back. So it's believed in our way that the greatest kind of power is with the goddess, which is why the Sanskrit word for power is Shakti, which is the name of the goddess. Which is why in the Indian way, the feminine is respected so much. And in our ancient way, women are respected a great deal.
In Isha Foundation, there's a separate Bhairavi temple. I think they call it Linga Bhairavi, if I'm not mistaken. And this energy that I felt in the Mata temple, basically in Isha Foundation, it was crazy. It was something new, felt like crying, felt like healing. And then when I step out,
flowing through you.
Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't end up crying while I was in the temple because there were too many people around and my toxic masculinity didn't allow me to cry in public. But these Isha Foundation volunteers came up to me and said, it's believed that when you want spiritual growth, you go to the Dhyana Linga, which is the Shivling that they've built in the Isha Foundation. And when you want material growth, you pray in the Linga Bhairavi temple. And I don't know why that idea just stuck with me. I don't know why Shakti is linked to material growth, but one thing I know about material growth is only when you've ticked off those boxes will your mind and heart be inclined towards spiritual growth. And they say that if you want faster material growth, you ideally should pray to Mata. And I kind of have seen that in my own life. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm sharing like an experience. Like, since I've been inclined towards Mata prayers and Mata-based mantras, things have started to happen much faster in my life.
Interesting.
I think we've spoken to Ishtadev, which is like when you close your eyes and you think of God, which is the God you see. So different Hindus have different Ishtadevs. And they say that it changes based on where you are in life. For such a long time lately, it's been Mata for me, and this phase has been in sync with the fastest career growth I've seen also.
Interesting.
And the faster and further my career is growing, the lesser I'm interested in career growth. And the more I'm interested.
That's the point.
Like Mata, the power just takes you further.
There is certainly a part of Mata worship which is out there. So Goddess Lakshmi and Prakriti itself, the Shiv Prakriti principle, the Purush Prakriti, Lord Shiva and the Goddess principle. So Prakriti is nature. Goddess Lakshmi is the goddess of bounty. So yes, that is a part of material growth. But Goddess Saraswati gives you knowledge, and Goddess Parvati, Goddess Shakti gives you the power and the strength.
Wouldn't you kind of think that maybe even these are material blessings?
Yeah, in a way, no doubt. But the thing is that it kind of then goes back to the the 4 Purushartha principle that I told you of. That if you chase one at the cost of the other 3, that doesn't really lead to balance, right? So I imagine, again, I'll use an example which many youngsters could understand right now, right? That you want to build up your body, you want to do weight training, but say you're training only your right arm all the time. You're doing nothing on your left arm. You're doing no legs. You're doing no back. You might get some real massive muscles out here. Is that a healthy body? Of course not, right? You have to have balance across all muscle groups. That is the principle of the 4 Purusharthas, that essentially you have to need balance across all. Only then is it a successful life. And the greatest lessons you will draw in times of difficulty. That what are the kind of friends you've built? Who are your loved ones? How much wealth, power, fame you've built? What is your spiritual strength? What is your wisdom strength? Because when it's only when you face resistance, when life is giving you one blow after another, that you realize, I've become strong enough, right, to handle these things. Then perhaps you're ready for the next phase, right, of growth. So that it comes back to the point I said earlier, that there is value to challenges.
Okay.
And essentially, look, it's right. If you're building up your body, it is to face. It's not just about looking good. It's to be healthy, right? So that you can face whatever challenges that you come. How do you know your body is healthy enough? When you face those challenges, your body is strong enough to handle it, right? So how do you know that you are an entire package in terms of dharma, in terms of artha, in terms of karma, that when those challenges come, you're able to handle it, right? Without falling apart. There are so many people, when tragedy strikes, they fall apart, right? And I think that is one, it's a test in a way.
Yeah.
So my suggestion would be, even when you're going for artha, dharma, anything, find that balance. It's all about balance in the dharmic way. Just having wealth but destroying your health for it, destroying your spiritual balance for it, destroying your relationships for it, is not worth it. What's the point of that money, right?
Have you had any experiences with this Mata energy in a temple or just through your learnings? What have you figured about it? Because I'm trying to figure more.
Can I say one thing? Honestly, and I haven't really spoken about this too much. I mean, I'm a very, very deep devotee of Lord Shiva. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm a little scared of the goddess, to be honest, right? And I've had people I respect a great deal, people I look up to as gurus, female gurus, and many of them telling me, that you need to explore the goddess. The goddess wants to come to you. And I have some fear in my mind. And one of my family members, my bhabhi, is deep into goddess worship. And she's really brilliant at it.
Why is she deep into goddess worship?
I don't know. She's always been that way, right? She's, I mean, there are some people who get scared of goddess Kali, for example. There are many. My bhabhi, Bita bhabhi, actually finds her very beautiful. Right?
Yeah.
She's very comfortable. She has no sense of fear. So I'm wondering if I need some more growth to lose that fear. It is like, I'm comfortable as long as I feel Lord Shiva is there. You know what I mean? And this is among the things that's there in India on goddess worship. There's some people who just feel a little afraid. I'm one of them.
And it's coming up in this conversation also.
And it's coming up in this conversation as well. There's this friend of mine, who's born a Christian and then got into yoga, then deeply into Lord Shiva, and now deeply into Mata worship. And she called me out of the blue after some 5-6 years. Amish, you need to explore the goddess. The goddess wants to contact you. I just needed to tell you this.
Even I'm feeling that, Amish. So goddess wants to contact you.
And I can't explain it, but I actually get afraid because somewhere in my mind I feel there is too much power. And in some ways I feel safe with Lord Shiva. I don't know if that makes sense.
No? Have you ever thought of the source of this fear?
I don't know, man. It's strange because even my mother is deep into goddess worship, right? And I love her. My mother is like my, among my greatest joys is just lying down with my head on her lap. I feel, very nice and peaceful. My mother's, from the Katyani, so she's deep into goddess worship. But I don't know why. Sometime in life, I'm sure I will find the strength to get into that. Right now, one still feels a bit of fear. Yeah.
Maybe it's tonight.
No, Lord Shiva's around.
That was the video for today. Make sure you hit like, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with your friends. TRS Clips will be back soon.